Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Kim and today is Vlogmas Day 8. So for Vlogmas, every day I will be reading from Hingston and Olsen's short story advent calendar. I'll be reading one short story and reviewing it for you. As well, I am a knitter and I will be unveiling a skein of Polka Dot Creek's blanket advent calendar for this year as well. They are both Canadian companies. I am Canadian and I love to support local businesses. And now let's get to the unveiling. So today's short story will be Friendly Crossroads by Lydia Coughlin. I don't think I've heard of Lydia, but her fiction has appeared in McSqueeney's American Short Fiction, the Paris Review. They have drawn cartoons for the New Yorker and Narrative Magazine and graphic fiction. Last year, they served as the Helen Visiting Professor in Fiction at the University of Michigan, and they are currently an assistant professor of fiction at Vanderbilt University. Their short story collection, Rainbow, was published by Catapult in North America and Scribner in the UK. So, a new to me author and should be very interesting. As for the Advent calendar, day 8 is in very tightly wrapped tissue paper. And it is a lovely shade. I think it's like a bluey green. And oh, it's aptly named Spruce. All right, so this is a DK set, and there are 28 grams or 49 yards, and it is a 75-25 superwash nylon yarn. All right, and I'm going to get reading and knitting, and I'll report back to you with my thoughts. So I have finished the short story, Friendly Crossroads. So it is narrated in the third person and it's told in sections. It's set outside of Boston and it's about a church youth group, which I think is a really interesting editing choice by Hingston and Olsen due to yesterday's short story being called Stigmata and about residential school survivors and the Catholic Church. And in the story, there are 7 people. There's 4 ninth graders who are in the program, which is called About Your Sexuality. And the other 3 are adults. Now, there are very early indicators of this being a very false trip. And the title is interesting because Friendly Crossroads is the retreat place, the name of the place that they are going to. And this is certainly not a friendly atmosphere. So the retreat is called out as a place for talking, but isn't every place a place to talk in? And they also drive very slowly, even though they're going very short distance, so that it gives the ruse of being far from home. And everything about this retreat is false. They don't even use a real fire in the cabin. They use one of those chemical logs. Now, the program About Your Sexuality is really a pressure program to pressure these kids into saying that they are heterosexual. And they actually go around on a regular basis asking the kids to, or prompting the kids, pressuring them to say that they're straight. And the one kid that isn't straight just passes on it. So an enormous amount of uncomfortableness in this story. Now, none of the kids are happy, but they are 9th graders. They're 13 turning 14, and who would expect any of anyone that age to be happy, and they're encountering complications, and they're finding out about themselves and about their own sexuality. But on the other hand, the adults are all very damaged and have enormous problems themselves. So, one of the adult characters, her name is Meredith, and she is there to give out a new award. And we learn that she is one of the two homosexuals in this story, and she went through that program. And we learn through a walk that Meredith and Corey, who is one of the young girls who has not come out yet, they talk about their life as homosexuals. And Meredith talks about coming out, and Corey talks about the fact that she hasn't. But neither of them are happy. And of course, Meredith talks about her having to leave home because her parents kicked her out and not being accepted. And Meredith tells Corey that the award was created just for her because Bill, one of the man that runs this program, doesn't think that she's fitting in and is doing this to pressure her even more to say that she is heterosexual. So this is a lot about the pressure to conform. Those who have, those who haven't, and ultimately they're all damaged in some way, and everyone is unhappy. So this is not a very uplifting story, but it is a discussion that does need to happen because these things do happen a lot in Canada and in the United States. Now, the irony of the title, as I mentioned before, is that it is a friendly crossroads, but it's, as we find out, it's not so friendly, and that everyone is pressured under the guise of friendship to conform. So I thought I would share with you a little bit about my knitting. So we are 8 days in, and I am doing the Stephen West's hybrid knitting blanket, and it's done in parallelograms. So each one of these is a skein that I have unwrapped over the past 7 days. And hi, Wednesday, you after my knitting? And this one will be the next one. Now, you're not going to see a lot of progress until I hit day 15 because it's not until day 15 that all of the colors start to be repeated. But this is a very, very relaxing knit. I love the way all of these colors are coming together, and I can't wait to have a nice cozy blanket to snuggle under and read fantastic things. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your time. If you're so inclined, please like and subscribe, and comment in the description below. How is your December going? What are you reading? What's on your radar? And also, I have created a Patreon account. If you wanted to put a tip in the tip jar, that would be wonderful. But no pressure. If that's not available to you, I will still continue to come into your homes, if you'll let me, for Vlogmas until December 25th. So I will leave you with some of my favorite things, and I hope to see you for Vlogmas Day 9. Bye! Wednesday.